just a poor boy, though my story seldom told. I have squandered my resistance for a pocket full of mumbles such as promises. All lies in jest, soon a man hears what he wants to hear and disregards the rest. La 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 la. When I left my home and my family, I was no more than a boy in the company of strangers and the quiet of the railway station, running scared, laying low, seeking out the poorer quarters where the ragged people go, looking for the places only they would know. La la la. That was one of my favorite Simon Garfunkel songs titled The Boxer, and we played it often during my college days. And today I have someone very special with me. Praveen,
Hi.
great to have you in this conversation.
Thank you.
This is Praveen Rawal, who is the Managing Director of Steelcase for India and SAARC, but I believe he's getting on to another very exciting assignment very soon. So Praveen, there's been a lot of buzz around the future of work over the past 3 years. In fact, lots of companies have been, looking at retooling their processes, investing in technology, looking at upskilling and what have you. However, there's also been a lot of buzz around the future of workspaces. And we are right here at the Work-Life Center, right, which is at the heart of the future of workspace. So how do you really see business leaders now looking at this future of workspace concept?
Interesting times, Thomas. Really interesting times. I must say, business leaders, businesses, organizations are absolutely looking forward to these challenging times. I must say they are very resilient. They never faced this earlier. There was a lot of talk earlier about work-life balance. Everybody got a lot of balance in the last 2 years. So it's time for people to come back and enjoy, because they were suffering from loneliness in the last 2 years. So business leaders are looking forward to understanding, depending on a lot of research that we're doing right now, trying to find out what is the sweet spot for getting people back so that there is a good marriage between both hybrid work, working from home, and working from office, so that there's ample amount of productivity increases that could happen with these new settings.
Right. So one of the interesting things really, Praveen, is that, we've also seen in the last couple of years a lot of people looking at designing home offices, right? Because they've realized that, look, this has come to stay in a manner. Even if it's hybrid, I need to have a really nice office. So for example, right now I'm looking at, we're constructing a home. And one of the things that we're looking at as part of the design is how do I create a nice, workspace at home. Earlier I used to work from a lot of co-working spaces, but now I feel, look, I need to have something which is dedicated for me. And so that's happening in a lot of new constructions, a lot of new apartments coming up and so on. So how is that likely to impact the entire world of offices, co-working? I think it's going to be some interesting dynamics, right? And you're one of the experts in this entire workspace area. So it'll be great to hear your thoughts.
It was interesting. 2 years back, we didn't have a business which was a B2C business, and we were surprised when we found out a lot of top leaders from across India, SAARC, Asia Pac, whatever, around the world, buying products from us for the first time because they didn't have an ergonomic chair at home. Right. They were using dining room chairs. So very clearly, this business has come to stay for us in a very big way. Right. I'm also very, very thankful to a lot of forward-looking organizations who actually bought thousands and thousands of products for their employees so that their employees are comfortable at home. But very clearly, I think in the designing of the office, of the home office, one has to be very clear about taking into factors like acoustics.
Right.
The stress hormone levels have been going up for the last 2 years because disturbances in the home office are causing a lot of stress to go on.
Right.
So I think people have to be careful about ergonomics, about acoustics, and also sort of grading the physical and the digital. Right. That they're not struggling with Wi-Fi connectivity at home, and that leads to stress. So clear, I think the office has to pay for the commute. That's the latest saying. Right. But the point is, the home also has to pay for not going for the commute, to be digitally savvy, to be emotionally savvy, and sort of stay and keep you connected to your colleagues at all points in time.
Yeah, I really like that statement where you said office has to pay for the commute. That's a great phrase, which I will use. But having said that, how is Steelcase really adapting their strategy for this changing, focus on workspaces? I know we are in this fantastic spot, which is really the work-life, center. So it'll be great to hear some of your thoughts around what is your strategic thinking and what are some of the things that Steelcase has been doing here.
Perfect. I think our strength comes from being a research-driven organization. So our futures group is always researching problems that could come and face us in the future. So very clearly, I think we took up cues from the past when we were hit by so many crises, though it was not related to COVID, but there was a subprime crisis. So I think now at this point in time, we have spanned around, been a global organization, spoken to organizations, a lot of individuals, and come to not the conclusion, but work in progress that we need multimodal neighborhoods in offices, because people who've been working from home need to come back to office and find social capital in the new settings where the assigned spaces are going is leading to unassigned spaces. People want to move from the we spaces to me spaces for privacy and for costs. People want to braid the digital with the physical. People want enclosed spaces also, but also open spaces. So I think there's a lot of churn in the works right now. Our research finding is helping us look at all of them, crystallize them, and finally lead to products. Good news about Steelcase is that since we work at least 7, 8, 10 years in advance, we've come out with a lot of products. The Flex Office, the QT pods that you can see right now to your left, other solutions like Flex Frames that can help you with neighborhoods, all are going to be helping people when they come back to offices to find that this resembles like home, and the office resembles like home, and home resembles like office. So we're trying to put a lot of these elements into the workspace.
That's great. And now that you say that the home should resemble the office and the office should resemble the home, it brings me to another topic, which is really around employee centricity. And I think a lot of companies are saying that it's about employees first right now. There's a lot of buzz around it, and a lot of initiatives that companies are putting in place. So what have been some initiatives that Steelcase has been putting in place to make it a more employee-centric organization?
We are in the physical space, we are also in the emotional space. So I think right from products, the physical products, which means products, screens, technology that can keep pathogens away. I think we've been working on it for the last 2-3 years right now. So we've come up with products like that, which can help people feel safe when they come to our environments. That's what we are doing. Employee centricity is at the heart of Steelcase. I think we've looked at employees very clearly, which is why it makes me feel very proud that we did not have to make an effort to get employees back to offices. We were back to offices on the 18th of May, 2020, including me. And we came back because we were missing the vibrancy of the office. We were missing the social capital of the office. So all the employees across India, SAARC, most countries in Asia Pac were back on their own accord. Though we have a roster system that we follow, but I love to say that people at Steelcase want to come back to office at the earliest, and they came back.
Absolutely, and when I look around this office, I would love to be here every day, right? But there's no reason why I should take any time off. And finally, topic close to my heart is that of HR technology, and I must always talk about that. And there's been a lot of technology adoption in the HR space in the last 3 years. It's really taken off in a very big way in India as well. So what are some technology-related initiatives that you may have implemented or you're considering implementing? That's really one piece. And second thing is your thoughts around how technology can play a role, from an HR perspective. And you feel, will it really propel things, or are there certain things to be done to make it even better?
Perfect. I'll still say, Thomas, it's work in progress very clearly, but we are working with agencies. Like I mentioned, Humu, we are working with them to understand leadership styles, the leadership quotient, how is all that evolving, and we are getting those nudges right now on emails, possibly every month. I got my second results on Humu today morning about how do my people look at me, and what would they want incorporated in management styles and in spaces going forward. So we are taking those nudges, we are taking the help of technology very clearly. The HR organization is invested into it, and like I said, employee centricity, absolutely, delightfully at the heart of everything for us.
No, fantastic, and I think it's really it's great for me to be here today at your fantastic center, and it was lovely having this conversation, Praveen. And all the best for your new assignment within Steelcase. Yeah?
Thank you,
Yeah,
Thomas. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks a lot.